Howdy everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm just a builder. Like to apologize for being gone for a long time. I've been dealing with some stuff, mainly one of my vehicles popped out on me. So I've been in the process of taking everything apart with my Ram 50 engine. And apparently I totally forgot about that. That little sucker burns oil. So I took the entire engine out. And so I did a whole bunch of looking around on the internet, so that chewed up a bunch of my time. And taking things apart just undoubtedly takes up much of my time. So, with all that, we're gonna turn the camera down here. We've got some Star Trek music here. Hopefully it's not too loud or anything. So I have not glued anything in here. Let's give you a down shot here. So here we have the frame here. I've just connected everything. So I'm just gonna see if, okay, so that's what it looks like on the bottom and everything. I have not glued anything in. I've just got the drivetrain, the rear differential, and the exhaust pieces here to paint. Two different colors, yeah. Chrome silver for the exhaust pieces, and for the rear differential and the drivetrain, that'll be black. So that's that. So I'd like to give you a little bit of a kind of a mechanics lesson here. So what you got here, you have your cam shafts, you have your carburetor, dual carburetor set. Let's see if I can have something small. Let's see, this right here, that's your distributor. That looks like that's 6 spark plugs. That looks like 6 spark plugs. Mine has 4 spark plugs. This right here is your alternator. That helps with the charging of the battery and everything. You have here your pulleys. Looks like 3 pulleys on this one. Going from looks like your main shaft, your crankshaft. And you have another one up here for all of the pistons for all. I think it's probably an 8-piston engine. That helps turn everything. And then your transmission connects to your flywheel, which is right in here. Let's see. It's right in here. This is your transmission from this point right here all the way back. That's your transmission, your entire transmission. It could be an automatic, or it could be a manual. Manual could range, I think, probably from a 1 to anywhere, maybe a 6 or something, or whatever. You have your exhaust manifolds here. Since you have 2 exhausts on this guy, I'm not sure where you'd put the intake manifold. But right down here you have your oil pan. I learned a little bit of stuff with doing my engine. It's a G63B 2.0 liter 4-cylinder. So you have 4 cylinders, each with 1 piston with their own connecting rods and bearings. So my crankshaft, when that sucker burns oil from when I first got it, and I totally forgot about that after I put it all back together and took it out on the drive. So when you don't have any lubrication, everything starts pushing together. There's no lubrication between the bearings and anything. So I had to pull the entire engine out. Let's see if I can. Oh, I think I still can. I don't know. But I had to take off everything here, your exhaust manifold, intake manifold, the carburetor, and everything, just disconnecting, including the a whole bunch of things. And then I had to take the engine out I had to take off the plate here. I took off the, I can show you from the bottom here, whatever. I disconnected it from the transmission. Actually, this transmission and everything looks on par. I disconnected it from here. Your oil pan's right here. I disconnected it. I took off the oil pan first in order to get a good look at it. So I took the engine out and everything. I took the hood off with it. And so you can get, there's a place called Wegmans, W-A-G-A-M-O-N-S, Wegmans, here in Minnesota, kind of in the Twin Cities area. We took an engine from my sister's old RAV4 in there. Shame we couldn't get that engine to run. But they redo a bunch of stuff, and looking at a bunch of things, I have to get new connecting rods. Those connect to the pistons, which then connect to the crankshaft. That helps everything spin and everything. And when you get new connecting rods, from what I saw, like balancing things, I think you might have to balance the connecting rod if you get a new connecting rod, and that's just a whole other thing. And to get the piston out, I have to take off the camshaft head, in which case you have to do basically a rebuild of the entire engine. And so I started looking around, and it led me down a rabbit hole of a whole bunch of things. And to find out that G63B engine, that's the old designation that it was given. The new designation was given a 4G63 instead of a G63B. So the 4G63 is the new designation for those. And funny enough, they are forklift engines. I told that to my dad. It's like, huh. I thought that was funny. And after looking around for a while, I found just the one I needed. A 4G63 engine. Typical of them, they're 2.04 cylinder. And everything looks right just from the picture. And it said it's balanced. The only thing, if you do something like that, the one thing you have to look for is when you're connecting your crankshaft to your flywheel and all that other stuff, is the bolt pattern. So you have on the end of the crankshaft, you have a bolt pattern like this. It could be a 6 or 7. So I did a whole bunch of research on that, just like getting into questions like, okay, what questions are popping up in my head about that sort of stuff? And so yeah, that led me down a whole rabbit hole. And some people might say, oh, just get you hear people around, just get a new engine, and I am kind of leaning that way, but it takes money and time. And honestly, when you think about it, it's like you gotta do a whole bunch of this, a whole bunch of that, making sure you got everything right. And I could probably do an engine rebuild, but at the same time, I kind of want to get a new engine. So let me tell you, a new engine is not cheap. So I'll definitely be trying to work as much as I can, save up money. So research definitely did pay off, and I thank God for that. He definitely helped me out through all that, being able to find all this information here online. And it was tough. It was somewhat discouraging a little bit when trying to look for the information, because this engine, at least out of this truck, I mean, I was looking in the right place, but also sort of the wrong place. I didn't know at the time, but trying to look for like just the truck engine itself, trying to look for stuff, it feels impossible. So I said to one of my buddies at work, I said to a couple other people, like, I am not giving this truck up at all. If any of you guys have a Ram 50 engine and you got engine problems, I would say, like, do what you can. Maybe get crankshaft is not easy to find. You can't find them anymore. or if you have a banged up one, mine has smashed metal bearing on it. I might be able to get it repaired. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, I kind of want to not only get a new engine, but also repair the old engine, so that if like maybe I want to get another one, I just find another transmission, because I found a truck on Facebook Marketplace that's got a Ram 50 truck. All I could do is just slap that engine in and find a transmission that'll fit with the correct bell housing, maybe an automatic or a manual. Stick it in there. I don't know, sell it or keep it, something. I don't know, but that's a whole bunch of way far out there. And we also took the bed off. 8 bolts, 10 if you have a trailer hitch. So that was my kind of little adventure. So hope you're all having a good day, like good weeks and everything. I tell you, it's never easy when you pull an engine out of a truck like this. Thankfully I had most of the tools, so that's good. There's a few things I was wondering, okay, where's this go? There's one piece, I'm pretty sure it came from probably the carburetor or even the intake manifold. It's a little rod, about that long. I probably mentioned this in another video. And I don't think it came from the engine. I think it came from the carburetor or the intake manifold. We'll see. Right now I'm just kind of working the job, working everything. And trying to get back into video games. So, without further ado, let's look at this here. Oh, that's done. That's almost done. It's just one of those. Okay, that's aluminum. Got flat aluminum. Black. Definitely do just regular to me is black here and flat aluminum. So, and then hang on, no, chrome silver. My bad, chrome silver. So I've had my week has been very, very full with all this stuff. Flat. What's that? No, chrome silver. Chrome silver. That one. Here we go. So, I hope your guys' week has been hopefully a little bit better than mine. There we go. Shoot it. It's just been bump after bump after bump after bump. It's like, will it ever end? But here we are. Let's see. Oh, my brushes, my poor brushes. Come on. I'll point the camera down here in a second, just pulling out my brushes. So I hope you guys have had a great weekend. If any of you guys are living here in Minnesota, if you're like anywhere near Waconia, you know the Carver County Fair is going off, and soon the State Fair. So, all right, well, without any other, just get right into it. All right, hopefully, I wish I had a proper camera where I could just like zoom in or something. That way, you guys don't have to try to squint. So we have chrome silver for the exhausts here. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to paint that up first. Sometimes there's just a little bit of, I don't know if they call it flash or something. Give me 2 seconds. I need to find that. There's that. Give me 2 seconds here. There you are. All right, now we're back. And I'll try to show you this, like, so this is the before painting the exhausts, and then I'll show you an afterwards. Sorry, it's been a bit of a long day. If any of you guys seen one of my other videos, or maybe I've mentioned, I'm not sure how many times I've mentioned it, but I mentioned it that the interior is really wonky. You can definitely see it. There's a heat gun over there that I might try to see if I can fix it, to at least straighten it out like that, something. Just try to fix it. Oh gosh. Time to break out the big guns if I can. Come on, baby. Gotcha. What the? Jesus, I swear. I'm not sure what goes on with these things. Son of a gun. That I have no clue. Just gonna... There we go. Let's get that off here. That's a little bit better. Hopefully. I don't know. With these paints, it seems like it takes a little more oomph just to shake them up to the right, I don't know, viscosity, I guess. Just to make them look good. Just to make it look how it should. Or for it to look its color. It's weird. I don't usually have that problem with Tester's paints. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll say this: having music in the background is very, very nice. It helps break the silence a little bit. And I don't know, there's just something about having something in the background noise. It breaks all silence. Whoever's watching can just listen along. And I apologize if I'm talking. If you guys don't want me to talk, just put it in the comments, unless you like my commentary, to help break it all up a little bit. And there are times where I really enjoy talking. So sometimes the music can get I don't know. Maybe I just enjoy talking, I guess. And for all of you guys, if you've seen one of my other videos, I did say that I would make the refit Enterprise in the 1/2500 scale for all you guys who are going through the series with me painstakingly. That's my little tribute to you guys. I mean, that's a little bonus for you guys. Going through this car with me. That's for you guys, and for me, because I get to make a new Enterprise. Not to say that it feels like hundreds. So there is the painted. Now I think what are the colors here? That's G. Okay, so is that really G? That's C. That's steel. That's steel. That's aluminum. So steel, steel for these guys, aluminum, and then chrome silver. Now, if you look at it, if you look at it, I mean, it's easier on this end that you can tell the difference. See. Yes, you can tell the difference between all three. These ones almost, I mean, the exhaust part, almost hard to tell, but you can see it right there. I can see it. It's almost sparkly on the exhaust end, and towards the inner, it's not so sparkly. But between like these guys right here and this guy, you can totally tell the difference. But it's just the entire exhaust line, almost hard to distinguish. But you can tell, and hopefully you guys can tell on camera as well. That's very, very different. Okay. I'll clean our brush here. I also want to thank all of you guys who are tuning into this series, and if you're watching any of my other series, let's just say that first series with the Polar Lights Enterprise, it was okay. There was one guy, you might be able to find his comment in one of my parts, and I gave a shout out to him in one of my later videos after that, who gave me a tip about my camera angle. So it's definitely changed. So, and I want to thank all the newcomers who have come on board. I'm sorry if I don't know your names, but you know who you are, and thank you for coming aboard. So, just want to thank all you guys. I want to thank all you subscribers and all you viewers and all you guys who comment as well. Thank you for all that. So, it means a lot. Just want to all this is for you guys. It's just a treat for me. Alright, so we're going to choose a different brush here. I've got several old brushes. I don't mind using them all. Okay. Is that one? Okay, that's B. Okay. Pen. This won't be a terribly long. How far are we in? 22 minutes. No, 23 minutes actually now. But that is, let's say black. That is black. Yeah. There we go. It seems like before you take the top off and you shake it, there's a difference between when you don't take the top off and you shake it, and then when you take the top off, put it back on, and shake it. Like it's a little heavy. Like everything inside the liquid is a little bit heavier or something. I don't know. Hard to describe. So, it feels like it's properly mixed up. That's why. Okay. So, again, that's what it's going to look like. Let's see. You can see it on camera. Oh, there we go. So you can see it's shiny. So that's okay. I know most times I said I prefer dull, muted colors like flat black or something, or dark colors. And in this case, I think we'll just go with regular black. Okay. I was just checking if you guys can still see me painting. There's a movie I recently came across a couple of weeks ago. It's called Old Henry. And I too want to get it. I've seen clips of it, and it's like, holy cow. And if any of you guys ever seen it, like, it's a good movie just from watching a couple of clips. And let's just say if I'm not sure how many of you guys know, but it's connected to Billy the Kid. And one thing I'll say about Wild West stuff is that like we really don't know the truth when it comes to some of those. Like there are some that claim that Billy the Kid survived, or they're conflicting. There are conflicting stories. One say he survived that encounter with Garrett. Some say Garrett helped him escape, or I don't know. I think another one says he died at Garrett's hands. I believe. Yeah. There's another one saying that Garrett killed him. So it's a very very interesting movie, and even the gun and I'd say go watch it or something. I really want to get it. I I probably told you guys, but I got a DVD player about a month ago, I want to say, and I've enjoyed it. It gets me. It helps me get off my phone a little bit. I just get to watch some movies. I can just, watch the movies I want to watch with earbuds in and everything. I don't have to put it on a big screen or anything. I don't have to. It's just nice. I recommend you guys get a DVD player. It's like a portable DVD player with a screen. Sometimes, yeah, they're a little pricey, but it's well worth the money if you're just watching by yourself or something. And mine even has a HDMI hookup. You want to hook it up to a big TV if you don't have like an Xbox. Well, these days people have Xboxes, so that's kind of redundant. But hi, so I mean, just from the scenes I watched, I can recommend it. I can't say I highly recommend it, but I can say I recommend it. I can say that. But I want to watch the movie myself, just like the full movie instead of movie clips of a certain scene or certain part of the movie, which I will not say. I'm sure you guys have already looked up online at all that stuff and whatnot. So that's something I really want to watch. Those old Wild West movies and whatnot. That's one thing that should be done more of. Wild West movies. Yeah, there's old Wild West movies, but not like recent ones as of yet. There's another good one. Tombstone. I have not watched the entirety of the movie, but it's really, really good. And I'll say one thing. Val Kilmer's Val Kilmer's his contribution in that movie. Oh crap. I forget his name. I forget his character's name. But it was a damn good performance. I apologize for my language there, but it was a damn good performance. And there are people who say he should have deserved an Oscar. It's like, yeah, why not? Yes. So it's called Tombstone. I mean, there's a lot of old good good old movies out there. I mean, we're so critical of movies nowadays, and yes, there are childhood movies, and what's happening in the world is sad. Just everything going on, like changes with our media, changes with the subscriptions we have, all that stuff. It is sad. It's like, why do you make the customer? It's just, it boils down to greed. And I do not, forgive me all, I do not remember the verse in the Bible was like the root of, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And it's so true. It's so true. It's money. That's the only thing they care about. And you read about a lot of things, like in terms of like video games and movies. Like it was all done. Let's use video games as an example. It was done with a passion. It was by gamers for gamers. And it's sad of where it's all going. And that's the same with movies. Is that it's all done for a profit. All for money. And they've destroyed characters that we love. Even though their characters are not real, the work that the actors put in is real and sometimes even genuine. And they put all this work in, and next thing you know, it crashes at the box office. And I'm guessing that they feel very discouraged. And there are good directors out there. And they want to do the best job, and they really want to do a good job. But then execs come along, it's like, no, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way. It's like, really? Let me give you another example of made by gamers for gamers. For the original trilogy, it came in a box of 4 discs. Like you had episode 4, 5, and 6, and then there was a bonus disc that was talking about making the Star Wars Episode 3 video game. And when they brought Hayden on, like that, like when they brought the guys on, like some of those guys, there was one guy who didn't play a lot of video games, but he was training them how to properly use like the lightsabers, using them like as swords, as proper swords. And then when they brought Hayden on, they were talking about, it's like, because he had literally done, I'm not sure if the game came out before or after the movie, but it was talked about that when they brought him on for his character, that he has one of the guys was saying, is like, he's got the muscle memory and everything, and on top of that, Hayden Christensen, he plays a lot of video games, and that is a cool thing, like made by gamers for gamers, like he helped in that. Like that's the thing that is missing, that those old games, those old movies were made by people who love movies. Made by movie lovers for movie lovers. That is what is missing in today. That is what is missing in all our movies and our media. It's made by people who love what they're doing. And giving it back to people to more of a thank you note. It reminds me of, I get emotional watching it, Peter Cullen's, when he received his award for arts and science awards. That it was dedicated not only to his brother, but also to all the Transformers fans. I'm getting a little emotional. And he said, like, his brother said to him, like, be strong enough to be gentle. And that's beautiful. And that's still, even in the modern Transformers movies, that it is still that, like in the, not Transformers 1, but in like Transformers Prime, that great show, even the Bayverse movies, like all of that, it's still there. Like it's it's he will be missed. It's he it was a dedication to his. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. It was he gave back to the people. He gave back to everyone in his with his performance as Optimus. And then I'm not sure how they vote on it or anything, but you could say we gave it back to him in the sense that that award was from the people to their hero. So that's just my little tidbit about media and everything. Is that the people who do it, there is passion behind it. But when people, you see their work and everything and what they put into it, there is passion behind it. And with him there is passion. Not only it's a passion in a sense that it's for there's something behind it. Like with Peter Cullen, there is it's for not only for the fans, but also for his brother, Larry Cullen. And when you have people who love the job, even though the movie can be shit, or it can stink, or something, there are times where the actor did give it their best, where they did try, they did try to make it as memorable as they could. So, just my little tidbit on everything. I just wish we had that back for everything. Now I know it's all gonna turn to dust. But for those of us who love these characters, that means something to us, that it inspired us. We're not going to be around for long. And I think what we try to do is take what lessons they try to give us in life, or what it is, what makes them great. I think we try to take that and put it into life. And probably with those, when they become new parents, they try to embody that, or even with Optimus Prime, with Peter Cullen, they tried to I want to say morph into that. They tried to embody those beliefs, those ideals, like with the American ideals: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Some people say the white picket fence dream, and it's more than just a white picket fence. It's the belief that we can do anything. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, to live life to the fullest. Liberty, the freedom given to us, endowed by us. Unalienable rights. The rights of every living American. To be able to speak our mind. To be able to freely worship God. The freedom, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Pursue the things that bring us joy. To pursue a sense of purpose. A purpose that brings us joy. Give me 1 second here. And say maybe parenting brings you a sense of joy. That is the pursuit of happiness. And there are many, many ideals shape that are part of the foundation of American ideals. Many more. And I think that's what makes America great. And unfortunately, I think we may have lost that. Or maybe some people have. I don't know. I'm not going into politics much, but more it's sad that even as a country full of people call it one of the greatest people call the U.S. United States the greatest country ever, and to some extent we are, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like we're the greatest country. But you could say we are the greatest country because of our ideas, the ideas of America, the American ideal, the foundation of America. What its ideals are: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I think that's what makes America great, not because of our politics or just whatever stuff or business or whatever, but it's the foundations of America. What makes America great. That's my little tidbit there. Like, we've lost a bit of ourselves, but I think we're coming back to that, maybe for just a little while longer. And I hope to experience that before we go. And I've spoken about my faith, and there will be a day when us as Christians are called home is I hope to be able to live a full life like my grandpa and grandma. I was trying to hold it together at the funeral when some of us kids came up and spoke. I was about on the verge of tears. My grandfather lived a full life, and I hope to live that kind of life as well. So, and I think we've forgotten that there's no point into just continually arguing about something that, yes, has an impact on our lives, but there is so much more to be grateful. Our kids, our nephews, our brothers and sisters. Oh man, I wish I had my book down, my journal down here to give you all. Maybe I'll do that on the next video. But if any of you have, I can't remember what Assassin's Creed game was called, but I know it was called. If you've ever, it was the last game with Ezio, and his ending speech was beautiful. That man, he is an example of a video game character. Someone said, like, we saw his life from his birth all the way to his death. Like, that is the only character that we've ever had the opportunity in video game history to see his life from beginning to end. His character, although I think the word would be fictitious, fictional or something, that his character lived a full life, one that we could hope for. And again, that's what I think a lot of people miss in life, is that there is so much more than just politics or arguing or other, pardon my language, or other bullshit going on in the world, that we miss that life is right in front of us. Life is too short. And I hope to live my life as he did, to the fullest. And I hope you all do too. So that's my little tirade, or whatever you want to call it, or something. And I don't, when it comes to, I'm gonna deviate off into politics. I don't let politics, I don't let it get a hold of me that much. I mean, sure, I'll watch stuff and I'll grumble or I'll groan about it. It's like, but then I'll just forget it and move on. And I think that's what politics should be. Something just to grumble and moan about and like, talk about it a little bit, but then just move on. My dad can make politics very, very interesting. And when you hear other people talk about they just hate our president because of this or that, it's honestly just saddening that those kind of people, they spend so much of their time hating one person. They forget that life is short and all that, and there's more to life than just bickering about that stuff. So that's my little tidbit for all you guys. What do I want to do here? I know I haven't done much for painting parts. I guess I just want to talk. I haven't talked. Who knows, maybe I like to hear the sound of my own voice or something. Probably. So we'll try to do more stuff in the next video. I had mentioned to you guys that when I did my last Enterprise model kit, it was kind of the ships of the line type thing, very small 1/25th scale TOS, that I did it just as a side project. I've actually got another model kit just as a side project. This guy right here. This is what you see here is how it was released when this kit was released with that box art. This one was released a couple years ago on August. Is that August, January, February, March, April, May, June, July 7th. No, July 26th of 2023. And this is item number AMT 1296/12. This is just a kit I'm just gonna build off to the side. It's in the 1/650th scale, so this will be. I'll show you. It's big. It's probably about as big as the 1/1000 scale. Strange New Worlds. But this is something I'm going to be building off to the side. I'll probably put all my TOS Enterprises in like a line and just kind of show you guys or something. I don't know. I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TOS versions of the Enterprise if I get those two done. But yeah, but I still intend to give you guys the 1/2500 scale refit Enterprise as something for you guys, for just my thank you to you guys sticking through this whole ordeal of a series. You'll probably, I'm not sure when you guys will see this. Hopefully in the next day or something. Um, like I said, I'll try to move along with this. I'll try to use a heat gun for the interior piece right here because it's bad. Like the whole kit's got some problems here and there, but it's if you can get past everything, if you're willing to look for a challenge, it's a good kit. But for novice or new people, I would not recommend this. Try level 1 snap tight stuff. They're hard. If you're here in Minnesota, if you're close to Richfield area, look up scale model replicas or something, or scale model supplies, I think it's called, or even Hobby. There's one in Little Canada and in Richfield. Those are a couple of places. They got kits and paints. Michaels, Hobby Lobby. They've got some paints and kits as well. No, I think it's Scale Model Supplies. So Scale Model Supplies has a lot more paints and everything. But I'd say of those stores, I'd say Hub Hobby and Scale Model Supplies. They've got a bunch more paint selection and everything. But I'd say Scale Model Supplies has more paint stuff than anything else. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But all of them are good places. For any new person, like I'd look for I'd say start with scale. I start with skill level 1. Any new person, start with skill level 1. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say. That's pretty much it. Thank you for all you guys who are continuing to stick around for the series. It's been long and painful sometimes, or I've grumbled and groggled a bit here and there. So I want to thank all you guys, all my subscribers, my viewers. Any of you guys who want to leave a comment, please do that. Put one down in the comments below. If you want me to talk about something, or you want to anything, I can try. I can certainly try. As one of my favorite phrases, like, I'll figure it out. It's one of the things that I do is I'll figure it out. So, but yeah, that is it. That is it for tonight. Like I said, this is gonna be for you guys in the next kit. I've got nothing else. Again, thank you to all you guys, subscribers, viewers, anyone. Thank you. That'll be it for tonight. Like tomorrow, I'll try to do. Not tomorrow. We'll see. I'll try to do maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, if I can manage it. Sorry. Again, big thank you to all of you guys. It's a blessing to be able to do this YouTube channel, even though I'm not here as much as I would like to. Everything's chewing up my time, but I am very grateful for you guys to be able to watch my videos. And not only that, but it's a thank you, but also it's a blessing from God to be able to give this to you, and for Him to be able to guide me through just this bit of life. So, with that, I want to say thank you to everybody who watches. Whatever. Thank you to you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.